strength in him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter. But that voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall. It was then I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity. He moved with demonic speed, and then you appeared.
Stop! The beast contained herein shall not be set free, not even by you. Just ensured the doom of this world. You cannot even begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Karas. There you will find the gate to hell opened before you. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Miles. Take the stone you hold to the Hellforge, where it will be destroyed. Now run. Take the stone and run!
I ran.
I'm hoping. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm hoping this thing hasn't frozen. That was incredible. So welcome back, Neko. It sticks in the fries in the oven. It sounds nice. Sounds comforting. That was just okay. I remember him like turning and stuff and like losing his humanity and stuff. But yeah, Jesus. Yeah, the graphics. Oh man, and just like Tyrael, just as if like Marius had known what he'd done. He literally just was kind of like encouraged to do that. Oh man. I also love the fact that like Tyrael went out of his way to try to stop all of this happening and absolutely just remove the hero that had turned and stuff. And that's not what happened. And all of this is just like a chain reaction. It's just nuts. Oh man. Yeah, it's so overwhelming seeing the upgraded graphics because I love the game and I've seen this all before. And like I said before, like all of this, I see this and in my head, in my eyes, I see this. And it's just, there is very little difference. I understand there's a massive graphics difference. I get it. Right. But for me, this is what I've always kind of seen with the game. Because, you know, childhood imagination and stuff like that can really go some fucking distance. However, just getting to see it again in exactly how I've always seen it is just magical. Completely so.
Welcome to Karas, traveler. Few come willingly to this ancient city anymore. I hope you brought your wits with you, for sanity is in short supply here. My name is Ratli. I am a sorcerer skilled in metalwork. It'd be a pleasure to help you. I don't have many customers these days. As you can see, the populace has been brutally decimated by the forces of Mephisto. The canals run red with blood, and demons roam the land. The wretched jungle hell has already reclaimed much of Karast. The only safety you'll find is here at the dockside, where a magical warning holds the jungle evils at bay. But I don't know how long it will last. To make matters worse, the children of Zakharum are in league with the forces of Mephisto. The Zakharum have concentrated their power in the temple city of Travancore, located within Karas deep in the jungle wilderness. It's true, their zeal is unmatched, but I say the so-called warriors of light are nothing more than the twisted puppets of a hidden hand.
Oh my god. I feel like I've not heard that for so long. Just the atmosphere. You love Act 3. So Act 3 has always been like when the game gets serious for me. It's a really weird way to say that, but it just does. And I get lost a lot in amongst the mazes and temples and all that kind of stuff. And I get lost a lot in cross-docks very easily. I think mostly because of how the old system of maps and stuff worked. So it used to be really hard to see a lot of this stuff, and I'd miss like little corners and little things. But like it's already shown me the whole town there. But still, like, oh, the edge of the water is only the safest part. I don't remember these being red, but you know what? They actually are kind of red. The water is kind of red. It also didn't used to flow. It just looks so stagnant, like a bog. And I always thought this place was like some kind of boggy kind of place. And I love the reverence in your voice when you speak of Diablo 2. Look, if you are a streamer, not necessarily calling out you, Mathless, but if you're a streamer and there is a game that you love, that nothing, like you can't even necessarily put into words how deeply you love it or why you specifically love it, play it on stream. Just play it. And just experience the fucking pure, deep, physical fucking joy sensation of getting to experience the game that you love in your own time with people that get to experience it with you. Because, like, as much as a lot of people would love to see me play this very differently, I love Diablo in a way that will never make me play it differently. And the things that I love about it are a lot of the things that people hate about it. And if just one person feels like they want to play Diablo, or if they've never seen Diablo before and they want to have a look and give it a go, because they've like watched me or listened to me talk about and play this game, then I've connected with somebody in the world on a level that nobody else has been able to before. No advertisers, no friend or family, anything like that has made them want to try it until they've like experienced like my depth of passion for it. Then I'm very happy that I could bring that to them, you know. And yes, I have got a lot of love for this game. I like a lot of the games that I play. That's why I play them. But Diablo 2 is unparalleled. There is nothing else out there that currently exists that can mow this down. And like everybody will have their opinion about it and how to play it, and that's perfectly okay. But this is how I'm gonna play it. And I'm gonna gush about it the entire fucking time. So if you're not ready for that, fucking sit down, get yourself a beverage, fucking I don't know, take a second to take a breath and deal with that, because that's what you're gonna get here with me and Diablo. Like Diablo 4, I bitched non-stop. I had a lot to say about Diablo 4. I think we all know that. But yeah, my opinion of Diablo 2, yeah, it's unswayed. I'm gonna tune into their gossip though.
Some find my price is unreasonable. That is because I am unreasonable.
I like this guy. He's fantastic. Alright, so I also get lost around the town too. And, oh man. Like, I actually have to physically take a second with some of this. Like, I understand that Diablo 2 Resurrected has taken on a little bit of, like, stuff that they brought in with, like, later games and stuff. But, like, just even, like, the houses and the extra details of, like, some, like, probably crab pots or, you know, stuff like that. And just seeing what it used to be. Like, what it used to be was still awesome. It looked a lot more desolate. Like, this looked a lot more broken. And I think I love that. But I also like this slight little extra warmth and stuff that's just there. You could blink and miss it, or not even notice it ever at all. But I sure as fuck have. But not gonna lie, Diablo 4 was a massive flop. Diablo 2 is far way better. I've played Diablo 2, and you can say that. Yeah. Look, I will also hydrate too. Actually, I'll stretch first. Look, Diablo 4, I understand what they were going for. They were trying to create a game that kind of included a bit of Diablo 2 love with the Diablo 3 comfort of life kind of fixes and stuff. And I get that. Also, if you notice, my helper is gone. Wherever the fuck she fucked off, there she is. I was going to say, I'm like, they didn't just replace him when I arrived, did they? This is also usually the place where I have to give up my helper and get one of these guys, because they just don't survive out with the type of enemies I deal with. But yeah, like, I don't think they did too badly with Diablo 4. I just think that they did a lot of things that a lot of games have, and Diablo 2 has a lot of things that modern day games do not have, and that's why I like it.
Greetings, hero. I've heard of your exploits and I'm quite impressed. Very few mortals are capable of dealing with the three and their minions as you have. My name is Natalia. I am a hunter of evil, part of an ancient order sworn to hunt down corrupted sorcerers. If I could, I would gladly join your quest to stop the three. But I must wait here for further news. I can't predict what will happen, but the danger is greater than we can know. Until I receive my orders, I'll assist you with the information I have.
The only other game that is very similar to Diablo is Path of Exile. Look, I'm aware that there's a few games out there that have similarities to Diablo. I haven't personally watched Path of Exile myself, but I've had a lot of people like recommend various different games that are similar or have similarities, or what do you call it? like features, like the gothic-esque kind of style and stuff like that and stuff. I did not recommend you Path of Exile. That is it. It is a great game. Lol.
My order has been keeping watch over Ormus for many years now. He seems to champion the cause of good, but who knows what shadow lurks within his soul.
So something else I really like about this too is that Cross Docs have a kind of connection to like a mythical kind of situation or whatever, right? Kind of like voodoo, witchery, kind of all that kind of stuff, right? And I really like the fact that there's a ward. Like they have like a magical ward that keeps this place safe. And I like the concept of that. That the whole reason why the outside world hasn't gotten in here is because of the things that they have set up to protect them. And I think that's really cool because obviously, like, the previous locations didn't have that. The rogue encampment literally just had brute force. You know, rogues stationed at every exit to keep everybody safe. So I haven't found the blacksmith yet. Um, and then Luke Ghislaine basically just kind of walled off the city and was just like, yeah, let's not go outside at all. And that's how they kept themselves safe. This place has various things in place, wards to keep them safe, and I like it. You know, it's a it's a fun concept that they have here. It's different to the two previous locations, and like I said, all the temples sort of, I don't know, what was it? It starts with an M. There's temples, Mayan, Aztec, and Incas. That's what I was thinking about. The temples and stuff. Those kind of influences, also very nice. Kind of chef kiss right there, kind of thing. Was it last Epoch is fun? Played about 80 hours since it released. Yeah, I've heard of that as well. Also, haven't watched it. There's a lot of ones out there that I know of. I just haven't seen. You need a PhD or whatever the fuck builds you. Was it you need to do? Yeah, I don't know. I will get into it after Almost speaks.
You now speak to Ormus. He was once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a sinking vessel. You have questions for Ormus and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you, as he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn, or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself.
I like Almost. That's all I have to say about Almost. I like Almost.
When speaking of the dead, it is best to remain cryptic.
This is awesome. Anyway, yeah, look, there's a lot of games out there that I've come across that, like, sometimes people recommend stuff to me, and I'm like, I understand that this might look similar to Diablo or might be like a dungeon crawler like Diablo or whatever, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's not Diablo. That's where the problem is. I like Diablo. I like playing Diablo 2. Diablo 2 has its own soft spot in my world, probably because of when I played it. It being like such a old nostalgia game, part of my childhood. And the other games that are similar to it are just not Diablo. That's usually why I won't play them. But yeah, most people will not accept that answer, and it's fine.
Hello there. You must be an Amazon. I've heard about your people. Nomadic warriors without peer. My name's Ashira, and I lead the mercenary band of mages known as the Iron Wolves. We've been hunting down demons in the jungle for months, but no matter how many of them we kill, they just keep coming. Seems this whole place has been overrun by evil. Rumor has it that you've come here to help. If that's true, then I'll let you hire some of my mercenaries. But be careful. If you piss them off, they can be worse than those monsters out in the jungle.
Yeah, so this is pretty much the first place where I actually do take on people, and it's usually because they can do multiple attacks. Like, they can usually do, like, obviously I lean heavily towards anybody that casts fire or has, like, a particularly interesting name. But yeah, I always get attached to my rogue, and then I get one of these dudes, and then I take them into the next location, and then I get to, like, the final area, and I get, like, the barbarian kind of helper and stuff, and that's usually how it goes. I normally, like, always skip a couple.
Your skills are unique indeed. They are neither sorcery nor physical, but seem to be a harmonious blend of the two. The Iron Wolves could learn much from your kind.
I never really considered that. I always considered the Amazons to be kind of brute force type stuff, but in truth, yeah, I fuck around with magic. So there is that. It is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how deep and complicated it goes when it comes to make a build. It will work in endgame and requires a lot of time, mental patiences. Yeah. So even if I play Diablo 3 or 4, was it the Path of Exile or Last Epoch, I always go back to Diablo 2. I think the thing is too, I'm not particularly deep into doing heavy build stuff. Like, you will find that in every game that I play, I am not, like, minimizing, maximizing my character and looking for, like, the best outcome or using the best stuff. I'm using a bow. I'm well aware crossbows are better. I'm not going to use a crossbow. I'm just not. I don't want to. And so, like, when it comes to games that force you to kind of have to do that thing, they're not for me. And I'm okay with that. A lot of people really seriously love it, and, like, the complicated thought process that has to go into, you know, making it work as best as you can. It's kind of like the card game Magic the Gathering, right? My partner plays it, I don't. I understand what he likes about it, and it's the same sort of thing where you've got to build a deck that's basically able to be the most powerful within its type, kind of thing. You can get creative with it and stuff if you're not doing tournaments and whatever. And he loves, like, test running different decks and stuff, but I don't get enjoyment out of that, so I don't play it. But I love seeing his enjoyment. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'll sometimes just go along just to watch. So, I mean, it's valid. It's how you feel. It's fine. Yeah. But a lot of people don't get that with Diablo 2 and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's been a lot of, like, my life is dealing with, like, people that can't deal.
Damn it. I wish you people would just leave me alone. Oh, you're new here, aren't you? I am Alcor the Alchemist. I dabble in potions and salves, and I can sell you some if you really need them. But don't make a habit of coming here. I don't like to be disturbed while I'm studying.
I like this guy too. In fact, dinner is done. No worries.
Care to take a gander at my grimoire?
Maybe. What have you got? I like this guy, by the way. I'm always up in this guy's hut, like, gambling away shit. Diablo 2 is also really bad for, like, the gambling mechanic of, like, yes, it's in-game coin, and I have to go and kill shit to buy more. But this is where most of my coin goes, especially once I get to a point where I'm really high level and stuff. Like, I would like these. I can't use it because it requires strength. However, if I had been using my stuff properly, if that's a 12, we're getting slightly more powerful. Oh god. I'm never going to get a bow as strong as this at this point in time. But where is it? This. Okay, if I wasn't doing exactly what I was doing as a kid, right? So doing, like, the OCD line down where every single one gets a point, and then whichever one is the extra one, because you get 5 points, and then I put that into the next one, and then eventually every 4 times we get it equal or whatever. Like, if I wasn't doing that, I would actually be quite capable of using this stuff, but it handicaps me in the game in a way that I also appreciate. Also, these things are very cool. Yeah, I thought so. I just remember them being like light towers, but they're more like almost worship ritual places. I like how my stash is just here too. Like, it's just, like, dumped right there. Let's drop that off. I got some gold somewhere around town. I think I sold or bought something.
I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years.
but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Baal are still out there, and you must find them.
So when I was younger, I always thought that Deckard Cain followed me from Rogue Encampment to Loot Lane, and I kind of thought that he wouldn't follow me here. So when I was really little, playing this for like the first time, the sigh of relief that I had to see and talk to Deckard Cain and knowing that he had come with me and was going to keep, like, I didn't know at the time if he was going to keep going with me, but I kind of thought that, oh, he just wanted to go from Rogue Encampment, get the fuck away from there and go to Loot Lane, and that's where he was going to stay. And when I saw him here, I was like, awesome, he's come with me. I'm like, I don't know how far he's going to go with me, but he's still here. And it honestly has nothing to do with him identifying stuff. It was just having a familial character just be beside you the entire way through the game. And like, Tyrael is awesome and stuff, but in Diablo 2, you do not really engage with Tyrael. You hear a story of Tyrael until further down the track, and then you obviously engage with Tyrael and stuff, and that's awesome. But it's not the same as Cain. His importance here, and I wish he'd stop telling me about the cube, but his importance, his role in the entire game, the path right through, is probably just nuts to me. I know there's other games where somebody's with you all the time, but you expect them to be. Cain, you do not expect from the beginning to the end to be with you the entire way if you've never played this before. And it's just different in that way.
Ashira seems like a very tough woman. I'd be careful around her if I were you.
I think I've seen everybody in town. I've been all the way over there and up through here. So I also used to get lost and go down here a whole heap because the map was always really hard to see here. Also, do you hear the music change over? You hear that? They subdued the bugs. The frogs are what I remember about here. Like, the music, yes, but the frogs that occasionally croak. So the other thing that always stuck with me about the cross docks, and I hope it's still part of the game, is when I walk out here. You get to see the Dark Wanderer. You can't do anything to him. You can't attack him. If you try to attack him, he disappears. But in his wake, he does this. And it used to absolutely startle me every time I came here. And the first time I saw it, because obviously when I was little, I used to creep out here and I'd very carefully get my way out just in case, right? And then I'd see him and I'd freeze and I'd see him walk off and I'd just have no air in my lungs. He'd absolutely, the entire thing would just take my breath away. I was right there. He was right there. Like, that's how close in the story I am supposed to be to the Wanderer, catching up with him, supposedly. And I love that. Obviously, we're at the end of stream, so I'm not going to go out and fight. But I had to go and see it and show it. And yeah, that always just stopped me in my tracks. Absolutely took the wind out of my lungs and just left me shocked every time. Hope Blizzard, you have it for Diablo 2. Look, if they want to do some sponsoring or something like that, I'm sure that my gushing about their like products and stuff would probably be wonderful PR for them or something. My hatred of Diablo 4 might not help them that well.